A few moments later.
Hello there.
Welcome back to Dimension Omega, a place with over 40 levels of infinite pain and suffering. So, I've been developing this game for quite some time now, but I gotta go to school and I'm doing my driver's license at the moment, which is keeping me kinda busy. But this won't stop me from making the game as good as possible and making it a unique experience.
Okay, let's go.
So the first thing I'm going to do is reworking the hugger entity. The model isn't really fitting the game theme. Right now they kinda look like Owen Wilson on drugs, and that's why I'm going to change it.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Done. Looks way better now. Another thing I need to change is the walking animation. I mean, look at this goofy ass movement. I think they are more likely to flirt with you like that than trying to eat you or something. Now, they run like this, and trust me, they are fast, crazy and hungry, so better start running if you hear them before they find you. I also added a cool chase music sequence when they chase you, so that you will be fully aware if they found you or not. These bad boys are pretty common and you can encounter them in a lot of the levels, so be careful. Another thing I reworked is level 1, which seemed pretty safe until now, but I decided to spice it up a little by adding stalkers to it. They are tall, slim and creepy creatures which stalk you, so be careful. Hey, they seem pretty similar to me. Just kidding. I also made level 1 bigger by adding lower levels. So you start off in the middle of the level and you can decide if you go up or down. So choose wisely. I also added another secret level to the game, which is called Level Error. You can access it from any level if you manage to somehow glitch through the map. So there's no direct way of entering it unless you found a place to somehow glitch through the floor. I mean, most games will try to prevent you from bug using, but in Dimension Omega it leads you to a secret level. Cool feature in my opinion. What do you think? This level is glitchy and therefore dangerous. It's not so easy to escape from it, so be mindful if you really wanna enter. The next thing I added are lockers in level 17, so that you can hide from dangers like her for example. I mean, you don't have to use them, but I really recommend you to. Just imagine your dad with a belt in his hand after finding out you crashed his car. A really dangerous situation. Also, a group of nice music composers reached out to me asking if I needed some cool fitting soundtracks for my game, and I gladly accepted. I don't really have a budget right now, and I really appreciate their help. Their soundtracks are just awesome. It is really important to me that I use my own and not just copy some from the internet. Not like some of my homework assignments. Here is an example. Well, that was just an example, of course. Well, I also redesigned the Steam page again, and I think it looks way better now. This is how it looked before, and this is how it looks now. I've also improved some of the graphics to make them look better, and overall, after all these past changes, I'm really proud. The next really important yet a bit boring thing I needed to add is translating the whole game into 7 other languages than English, which is pretty hard as you might imagine, especially when it comes to languages with different alphabets. I want my game to be as international as possible. This takes up a lot of time and energy. But I'll manage. I just wanted to remind you that you can wishlist Dimension Omega on Steam, or maybe show it to a friend who might also like it. In February 2024, when the next Steam Next Fest begins, the demo of Dimension Omega will be fully playable, so make sure to not miss this opportunity. Another cool feature I added is Steam achievement support. You can earn achievements in Dimension Omega, like finding every level or entering certain secret levels for example. I haven't added much of them yet, but I will in the future. I also added levels which are specific to certain kinds of fears. These are level 10, also called gigantophobia, which is basically the fear of big things, like huge buildings or the thing in my...
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I seriously need to stop making these jokes. Another fear-specific level is level 19, also called thalassophobia, which is the fear of open waters, like the sea for example. And level -5, also called carnophobia, which is the fear of... meat? Yeah, whatever. Never heard of that before, but I found it interesting. This level is inside an entity, and it's completely made from flesh. Although you are inside of something, it's really cold. So that running is not possible in this level. The air is really moist and the floor is completely wet. You can occasionally find pieces of flesh coming from the walls, ceiling or even the floor. Although you are inside a creature, as I said before, you are not alone. Stalkers can be found in this level because it's dark and you can't see them from distance. So don't let them scare you.
I always come back.
Or worse. A quick tip for you. You can toggle the HUD with the O button on your keyboard to show multiple informations like your health, hunger, thirst, your inventory, and even the temperature of the current level, so make sure to use it. I've decided to make it optional because the less HUD there is, the more immersive the game gets. I've also been asked if the game will be released on Roblox. The answer is pretty simple, unfortunately not. The game is an independent game which will be playable from the platform Steam. Feel free to write down your game suggestions in the comments and subscribe if you haven't already, to not miss future content. I have also added level 0.1, which is a secret sub-level that can only be entered from level 0. Level 0.1 is basically level 0 but dark and cold, because all of the torches are burned out in this level. There are also tall, dark entities which wander around the level that will kill you if they manage to touch you. They are blind and can't really detect you, so don't touch them. I mean, you can see nothing too if you don't bring a flashlight with you, so you're pretty much even, with the only difference that you can hear them. Just bring a flashlight before entering and you might come out just fine. The next thing I added is level alpha. This level is a numberless level which can be accessed by entering a white glowing door which can be found in some levels. Level alpha is inspired by level 12 from the backrooms creepypasta. It is a small, white, brightly lit, empty room with just a table and a chair. In level alpha you can find supplies like food and water cans. The level is devoid of entities, so it is considered as safe. The way of exiting this level is a mystery because it's rarely remembered by survivors. I won't spoil you what to do here. It's up to you to find out. Some time ago I got asked if I could add VR support to my game, but I won't be adding it right now because I firstly want to finish the normal version and maybe add it in a future update after its release. I've also added level -71 to my game, which is a dark building with one single resident, Mike. He's a tall dude who makes TV static noises if you're near him. I firstly modeled out the building, added furniture, added window entities, which are basically windows. These windows are creatures that lure you to them with whispering sounds, break through the window, killing you instantly if you are not careful. Some of the windows are traps and some are not. It's a matter of luck, honestly. Just don't come near them and you will be fine. Later, I added Mike, the resident of this level, who is a tall, faceless man who waits for you to come into his house and then...
Treat me like white teeth, don't get me dirty.
Well, I also got asked if the game will have multiplayer mode. Nice try, but I won't be letting your friends help you so that it gets less scary or easier. Or I haven't just added it because I have no friends myself.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go! Let's go!
Just kidding. The reason why I haven't added multiplayer yet is because I would have to redo like 80% of the game because it isn't coded for multiplayer. I also have no idea right now how to make things like servers, online ports and all this complicated stuff. That's why I decided to leave it as a single player experience. Before someone starts complaining about it, see it that way. If you play it alone, or while your friends watch you play it, you can truly feel more immersed into the atmosphere of the game. The feeling of the unknown and the loneliness can create a true horror ambience. There are also multiple game difficulties you can choose from to spice things up a little, and you can maybe compete with others about who finds all the levels first, or who beat the game the fastest or without dying. There are a lot of possibilities you can choose from. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Wishlist Dimension Omega on Steam if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. See ya!